This is actually great news. We have some excellent news, like news that you guys would never ever be able to comprehend, because me myself, I don't really know if I even believe this because it's so insane. Something was recently found that basically indicates that there is something very, very big about to change in the geometry dash. And for you to really understand how this thing works, I gotta explain something that happened before 2.2 as well. So you guys remember when we were in 2.1 and the only gauntlets we had were just a few ones and until here, and that was pretty much it. But in 2.2 there were a lot more gauntlets, and this is where the interesting thing comes in. These 3 gauntlets are the special ones. Why? Because these gauntlet contests were made prior to 2.2's release date, meaning that all of the levels that are in here are 2.1 levels, despite these gauntlets being 2.2 gauntlets. So all of these gauntlets were promised to be released on 2.2's release. And what happened was few hours before RobTop released 2.2, you know what he did? He decided to release those gauntlets. If you guys remember, I made a video about that back when 2.2 wasn't out, and we were able to discover these gauntlets from, like, they were visible on the server side. You could not see them in game, but they were already on the servers, meaning that RobTop has added them officially, meaning that 2.2 was really, really close. And like a few hours later, 2.2 came out, and it was crazy. So seeing these things, these are like the very final things that RobTop does when he's working on an update, because these guys were already supposed to come out with 2.2. So as soon as we got 2.2, these 3 were already there. You guys remember that. And another thing that, I mean, there are so many, like, pretty much countless things that happened with 2.2, like changes from 2.1 to 2.2. And some of them are so exciting that RobTop can't just release them, because of course, if you're working on something so massive, you can't just release it like that. You gotta, test it. You make sure that there are no bugs, make sure that the expectations of the community are not way too high, and all of these things. So it's really not that easy. But regardless of that, RobTop, for example, in prior to 2.2, you guys remember we only had these guys: tiny, short, medium, long, and XL. These were the only length of levels. However, in 2.2, platformer got added, and what's really, really interesting about these guys is that they actually give you a different stat. So instead of giving you stars, these guys give you moons, meaning that there's going to be something new, completely new, that is going to be handled by the servers and also by the client side, meaning that there's a lot of communication that's going to go on between you and the server when it comes to the moons, because now they're going to be displayed on here and also in the leaderboard, and you should also be able to rate levels and giving them moons instead of stars. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So to make sure, like I said, this is a big feature, so RobTop had to play test this thing, or just make it go through a process of testing to make sure it works flawlessly. And if you guys remember this, RobTop actually uploaded a level, which was the very first platformer level ever uploaded to the servers, and it was, I think I commented on it. There we go. This is the level. So this level is unlisted. It is still on the servers, but this is unlisted level. This was the very first level that RobTop uploaded. This was uploaded 10 months ago, and people found it like 6 months ago. So it's been like 4 months we didn't find this level, but now we finally found it. And not now, actually half a year ago. But you guys see that this level is not visible in here. However, if you get the ID, type it in here, you'll be able to play the level. And this was the very first, and you can see that it's not really a level, it's just a test. Testing the coins, testing all this stuff, testing the ending for the platformer level as well. And finally releasing that on the servers to see how the servers are going to handle it. Are they going to work as RobTop has programmed them to do, and so on. So what can we learn from this? If RobTop wants to add a very big feature, there's a lot of hype behind it, so make sure it is bug-less or bug-free. So what RobTop does is he uses the servers to interact with these things and make sure that there are no bugs between the servers and the client side. And now you may say, why is all of this information relevant to now? Now we're already almost a year into 2.2, and why am I talking about that even? Well, what's really, really interesting is that we've been sitting with no updates for 5 entire months, and RobTop has been nearly silent on across all social media platforms, and he's teased so many things about a specific update. And a few days ago, as you guys saw, the beta branch on Steam was updated for the first time in like 6 months or something, and we were speculating whether this update is going to be 2.21 or if it's going to be 2.207. And the difference coincidences are crazy, because if it is 2.21, we're getting a new main level, and we're getting the map, and we're also getting events. Did I just say events? Event. Yep, events. It's literally events. Okay, let me explain to you guys. As you guys know, event level can be set by RobTop, as I explained it in the last video. RobTop can set a daily level, a weekly level, and also a event level. And you guys can already see where this is going, because they found that RobTop has already set a event level. And a lot of people are saying 2.207 time, but you guys just read carefully what this message says. It is gonna truly blow your mind that no, this is not 2.207, because event level is supposed to be for 2.21. And why would RobTop already set a event level? Now, this is very interesting. The level that he set is not any type of level. It is the second level on the featured tab. And what this level is, it got the best rating out of all the Halloween uploaded levels. So all these levels were uploaded in the Halloween time, and this one got basically like the highest score, because it landed on first spot featured, even though there were legendary levels that landed below it. So what this means is that this level is a Halloweeny level, and it was set for the event level, which we don't even have right now. And I've already said in my previous videos that event could be something that could, you know, RobTop could set a level for a specific time frame for us to complete as an event. And I mentioned Halloween, Christmas, and all these things as examples. And it seems like this is it. It seems like this is what event is. And what's crazy is that I don't really care what event is. I just want to have 2.21, my dudes. And seeing RobTop actually setting that level is absolutely mind-blowing, because we've never ever seen any changes from RobTop on the server side that has something to do with the next update, except if he actually released that update a few hours/days after. So with the gauntlets got released on the servers, and his level got released, and only like 6 hours later we had 2.2 out. We literally had 2.2 out a few hours after these things happened. And another thing that RobTop also changed before 2.2 happened, directly before it happened, he changed the Steam page. He changed a lot of things in the Steam page, and a few hours after that we got 2.2. So a lot of things happened, and we can see the correlation here. And we know that events has not been worked on since 2021 or something. Like, it's something that has been forgotten, basically, either because it's a bit unfinished or because RobTop has not worked on it at all. And now seeing how inactive it is, he's been throughout since like probably August or something. I think everything is starting to make sense. Maybe he was setting up stuff for the map, you know, drawing the map and planning these levels that are made by users, but who knows? Maybe he was finishing Explorers. We'll know in a few hours, and I will make a follow-up video. So I will see you guys in that video. Let me know, do you guys think we're gonna get 2.21 this/next week? I think we are, and I will see you guys in the next video.